Welcome to the 2021 NCJAA Region 2 Division 1 Basketball Championship Tournament. I'm your play-by-play guy, Dion Amade. To my right here is my man in color analysis, Johnny Dash. And we are here in Enid, Oklahoma at the Stride Bank Center.
Yeah, very happy to be back for our third day of games. We'll start off with the men's bracket with NEO and Northern Tonkawa.
And we will lay out really quickly to give you the starting five.
And freshman guard, number 24, Ryan Moore Jr. For the home team, the Mavericks of Northern Oklahoma. Please welcome sophomore forward, 7-0, sophomore guard, number 1, Tyrell Morgan. The sophomore guard, number 4, J.D. Ray. Freshman guard, number 12, Nate Goodlow. And Malik Crawford.
And with that being said, the beginning of this game is about to kick off. Both of these teams making it to the semifinals by the way of, competition on Wednesday. NEO was the first game that we took place in, and they were able to defeat Connor State of a score of 60-63. And NOC Tonkawa was a 3 o'clock game on Wednesday, and when they were able to defeat Arkansas Baptist 94-50. So both these teams having a different way of getting around to the semifinals game, but it should be interesting as NEO wins the tip.
You're very interested to see this matchup, and for me, I'm looking at the matchup on the inside. I know it'll be a good guard matchup, but I really want to see how Nikita Konstantinovsky goes to work here.
And he goes to work by taking a turnover early off in this game. Good job by Crawford poking that ball away. J.D. Ray starts it off at the top of the key, swings it around to Goodlow. Goodlow back to Ray. Latimer tries to get it inside, but he can't. Recovered by Ray, gets it inside the Crawford. Crawford kicks it back out. J.D. Ray for three, no good. So a little of inconsistency and a little pregame jitters for both these squads offensively. And it looks like number 5, Kamara, takes the first initial shot for 3. That's no good. Ray brings it down the floor, kicks it over to Latimer. Latimer gets it inside. Franklin around to Goodlow. Goodlow pulls up, jumper. Rolls, good. Yes, that's going to be our first bucket of the game.
Like I said all week, the mid-range game is not dead. Good 2-dribble pull-up there by Nate Goodlow. Fundamentals.
Konstantinovsky battling inside on Crawford, kicks it back out. Runner in the lane, no good, but rebound by number 11, Redding.
If our viewers remember, Redding came up very, very clutch in their win over Connor State, was able to seal the deal for them and get them to the semifinal round where they are facing Tonkawa.
Redding to get the inbounds. He's going to pass it over to Moore. Moore off the dribble against Goodlow. Gets it back to Redding in the corner. Crawford comes out on him on the switch. Ray defends the 3. And that that shot is a little short at Graves. Takes that shot a little wide. And the ball's going to be turned over to Tonkawa. Ray brings it up, gets the ball to Morgan. Morgan to Goodlow. Ray gets it down low to Crawford, kicks back out to Goodlow. Latimer for three, no good. Watch Latimer. He was able to get a good three-point percentage going in the first game that they played. I watched him during pregame, though. He seemed a little off as far as shooting goes during the pregame warming, so hopefully that warms up a little bit more during the game as Moore takes that shot, and it's no good. Rebound by Morgan, and we're going the other way with it.
Yeah, jump shots aren't falling right now as J.D. Ray slices to the lane.
And with that being said, the head coach for NEO, Jackson, is going to take a timeout, not liking the way the defense looked early off in this one. And your initial thoughts as we take a look at some of these replays, Johnny Dash, of what you've seen thus far.
Well, it's a fast-paced game, but both teams kind of getting off to a slow start offensively, just unable to get anything to fall outside of the lane. I like the aggressiveness though. I like the aggressiveness that both teams are showing. You know, just taking a quick second to get in that rhythm.
It looks like NEO is trying to work down low and get Kanstonoski the ball against the not undersized, but they got a slight bit of height advantage with Kanstonoski against Crawford, but Crawford is muscling down there and not letting Kanstonoski get to a spot.
Definitely, and we saw the other day that Konstantinovsky is a great distributor from the paint as well as a great scorer. And a great shot by Kamara there on the corner three.
And that brings the score to 4-3. And that's going to be a foul on Kamara on the ensuing possession. It's going to stay on the floor, so J.D. Ray will inbound the ball and take the handoff from Morgan. Morgan goes back to the top of the key. Both of these teams in that zone defense right now as Morgan takes the ball cross court to Goodlow. Goodlow tries to get inside, kicks it back to Crawford. Kamara, fast hands, gets the ball, but Crawford is able to regain possession. Ray inside, over the top is Kamara. And there seems to be a little chipping and talking going on down low.
Yeah, getting a little chippy early here. As Kamara picks up his second foul.
Early second foul.
Yeah, with almost just under 17 minutes left, he picks up a second foul, so he'll have to go to the bench.
And it's interesting because Wednesday, Franklin was the one that was the starter, and he's coming in for Kamara. Kamara had a good day offensively a couple of nights ago, and I think that's why he got the start today. But with those two early fouls, he's going to find himself on the bench.
Yep, and the refs having a conversation with the table. I think they had a question about the shot clock, and they'll reset it to 20.
Crawford will also make an early exit to the bench, and he's going to be replaced by Justin Wilson. Wilson also having a good game on Wednesday. As you see J.D. Ray with the runner on the baseline and gets that two to go.
Yep, the Midwest City product getting in there. Small frame, but big game. Able to get that floater off in the paint.
Kanstonoski going against Wilson, and that's going to be a foul on J.D. Ray as he goes underneath.
Yep, got caught reaching in as Justin Wilson was trying to hold his own against Konstantinovsky. He gives up a few inches on him. He'll definitely try and muscle his way in there on defense.
And he does just that as he takes Wilson through the spin cycle and gets inside, gets it off the glass. J.D. Ray gets the ball inside of Morgan. Morgan loses it from behind, and that's going to be Graves who picks it up. Redding for three. Good. And Redding, you got to remember, he had a spectacular end of the game on Wednesday with a flurry of threes to put this NEO team up by a big amount, to put the game away. And they needed those clutch threes from him, and he continues on that here tonight.
Definitely did. A big game from him and a big-time shot. You know, they say big-time players make big-time plays, and he was definitely a big-time player for NEO as he came up clutch late in the game.
And like we said on Wednesday, It's got to be the shoes.
It's got to be the shoes. Harden 5s. Can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, those things are bright. Don't worry, Reading's game matches it.
Yeah, with those bright shoes, you shouldn't be able to lose them on the floor, but Tonkawa did, and he was able to get fouled by a teammate on the wing, and he cashes in on the 3.
Certainly does. As Ray brings the ball up, he's going to get it to Morgan. Morgan gets it back to Ray. Slowly working through the offense. Everybody moving. Wilson comes up to set a screen, but nothing's there. Gets the ball back to Ray at the top of the key. Get inside to Morgan. Morgan, step up, 3, mid-range jumper, elbow jumper. It's good.
The mid-range is not dead. I keep saying it.
We recently learned that Morgan is committed to Texas State. Made that commitment here on Wednesday via social media as Latimer goes, Euro step, reverse layup, it's good.
Smooth finish. Good Euro step. It finishes on the other side of the rim. So smooth with that layup.
That jumper hasn't worked just yet, but that inside game does, and they're going to call a foul on Wilson as he tries to tap that ball away from Konstantinovsky.
Yeah, look at this replay here. It just gets
Euro.
And finishes. Oh, nice fillet layup right there.
With Wilson not having much success on Konstantinovsky, they bring in Cyrus Gisby. And he has success on his first outing against them defensively. And they get that ball up to Goodlow. Goodlow trying to find some help. Brings it around to McLean. McLean back to Goodlow. McLean at the top of the key. Gets it inside to Morgan. Morgan gets it over to Barry. Barry swings it around to Goodlow. Inside to Grisby. Grisby gets tied up underneath. And blocked by Konstantinovsky. But the ball's going to stay here as it goes off on him.
Yeah, you can see Tonkawa is trying to find the middle of that zone. We noticed the other day that they like to operate from the middle of the zone, so NEO is doing a good job of limiting those entry passes to the top of the key.
Speaking of entry passes, bad one by Goodlow as that one's a turnover, and then Graves goes in and gonna draw the foul on Grisby.
Foul number 15, Cyrus Grisby, his first, team 5th. To the line, shooting 2, number 20.
A lot of congestion inside the paint early on, and because of that, you're seeing a couple of turnovers for Tonkawa down the stretch.
Yep, and if Tonkawa wants to hold their spot as the favorite in this tournament, they can't continue to have turnovers.
Graves gets the roll on the second free throw. McLean gets it in the middle of the zone. Goodlow gets it, almost loses control. Gets it inside the Grisby. Grisby gets it off the glass, and that's good.
A great find by Mark Berry. NEO shifted out of the zone a little bit with a bit of a loose ball, and Berry able to take advantage.
Moore drives, gets it to Konstantinovsky. He kicks it out to Redding. Redding thinks about the 3, goes inside, and loses the ball. Good job by Goodlow tipping it away. J.D. Ray down the lane. He loses as well, but there's going to be a foul.
Great job by J.D. Ray pushing that thing in transition. We'll call that on the floor, and we'll take the ball out of bounds.
Goodlow gets it into McLean. Gonna call a kickball on Graves. Goodlow's gonna inbound it. Ray regains possession. Swings it around to McLean. McLean for 3, but it gets blocked by Redding, but he steps out of bounds, so it's going to stay right here.
Good job on Redding shifting back over and being able to get his hands on that without fouling the jump shooter.
It's a good, clean block. NEO's defense has been impressive thus far early in this game. Ray for a deep three. A little too strong. It's going to get cleaned up by McLean. McLean goes in for the two, gets it off the glass, and draws the foul. And he's going to call that on number 2, Franklin.
We're looking to replay that good block. And
does step on the line.
Yeah, just stepped on the line and kept it here. You can hear Coach Jackson emphasizing that NEO needs to rebound the ball and not allow these offensive rebounds to happen, giving TONK away extended possessions.
Graves gets it over to Redding. Redding gets it inside to Sanowski, but he gets that ball taken away by Grisby. Ray, other side. Oh, alley-oop, but no good for Barry, but he does draw the foul.
And we almost had our first big-time highlight of the game, and if you remember last time, they were throwing those lobs off the board to one another, throwing it down.
Oh, we do remember. And I'm sure we have that queued up at any point now. We're going to show those as JD Ray and Lattimore making a show of things on Wednesday as he re-enters the game along with Morgan.
Yeah, we'll look at that foul again right there, and you see Graves just got a hand on him, and the refs felt that altered it, so they will reward Mark Berry with 2 shots at the line.
And Ray is just so accurate with those passes, especially those lobs. He knows where everybody is and where they should be. Putting Barry at the right point in the right place to get that.
JD Ray, very smart player coming out of a great program at Midwest City.
Graves looking in the trap, gets it over to Gonzalez, who just entered the game. Graves for 3, and it's good.
Little miscommunication happened there at the end of that possession on Tonka's defense. Able to get Graves open on the wing.
Latimer gets it into the corner to Barry. Barry back to Ray. He sleeps it around and gets it to Barry. Barry can't finish, and they're going to call a foul on Barry as he can't get the loose ball.
It was a great job by Konstantinovsky using that big 6'10" frame to alter the shot of Barry. Barry looked like he wanted to try and dunk that, but Konstantinovsky said, no, sir.
That's the second time Barry, although contested, doesn't connect near the rim. With that, you're going to see him take a quick sit on the bench, and Wilson is going to come in for him as Graves drives down the lane, tries to get inside to Konstantinovsky. Lewis blocks it from behind and gets it to Moore. Moore, head up, looking to push. Gets it around to DJ Ray. He gets it around to Wilson. Wilson kicks it back out to Ray, out the top to Morgan. Slides it around to Lattimore. Lattimore back to the top of the key with Ray. Ray inside to Crawford. Crawford out other side to Lattimore. Lattimore gets inside to Crawford. Crawford banging down low, goes up, gets that ball stripped away. Crawford regains possession of it and kicks it back out to Morgan. And they're going to say that Gonzalez touched it before Morgan did, so we're going to stay right here.
Konstantinovsky again being a force inside on defense as Takwa only has 2 seconds on the shot clock to try and make something happen.
And that ball is going to be stolen. And that's stolen by number 32, Williams, and they're going to call a foul on Lattimore.
Yeah, I thought Lattimore did a good job of staying vertical, but obviously the referee thought different.
Yeah, and I think he did a good job as well. Transition defense just staying. Williams going to knock down that free throw.
Checking in for NOC number 12, Nate Bidlow, and for NEO number 24, Brian Moore Jr.
Konstantinovsky going to take a quick exit as well. And Williams knocks down his second free throw. Ray brings the ball up, gets it inside to Crawford. Ray thought about the three, wasn't set, does get the runner off the glass, but Crawford comes in for the nice rebound. Swings it around back to Ray, the other side. Morgan thinks about getting inside, does not. Wilson at the corner, back to Ray, inside to Wilson. He slams it kind of home.
2 points, we'll take it.
2 points counts, it goes through the net. Good pass by Crawford.
Yeah, and also a good job by NEO. I mean, they were staying with them in that zone the whole way, and Tonka was finally able to find that gap to get that thing down there to Wilson for the slam.
Graves for three, and it's good.
And Goodlow was there, but Jaden Graves didn't care about his hand. He went ahead and made that.
That's going to be a tie ball game. 18 all. Morgan, jumper, good.
Fundamental basketball, pump fake, one dribble pull up. And put more points on the board. Fundamental still win you games.
Graves tries to get the dribble. Moore having some difficulty controlling it, but gets it on the top of the key. Gonzalez for three, and that's good. Gonzalez is a three-point specialist. You got to watch out for him as NEO takes a 1 point lead.
Yeah, NEO starting to get hot from beyond the arc.
DJ Ray for three. Doesn't get it. Wilson controls the roll, puts it back up, no. Gets it, spin, goes up, and draws the foul.
Yeah, and the intensity here is starting to pick up, and this is what we like. It's a tight game. 9.5 minutes left, and they're really starting to get after it.
They certainly are. 3-point shots really working for NEO, but this Tonkawa team is really starting to control the boards.
Oh yeah, and both teams are also starting to shake off that early rush that they had as the game first started, as Wilson ties it up with the free throw.
And Coach Jackson of NEO noticing that Tonka was starting to control the boards, and so he brings Kanstan Tanoski back into the game.
6'10" Ukrainian.
As Wilson knocks down the second.
Yeah, he has the ability to affect the games in a lot of different ways. And NEO will look for him to do that offensively, defensively, and on the boards.
You can see as McLean comes into the game defensively, he recognizes Gonzalez's ability defensively. Good job by Goodlow, and that's going to be a tie ball.
Great job by Nate Goodlow out of Dale City High School, known for his great defensive ability, and he's able to get his hand on the ball without fouling. That'll give possession to Tonkawa.
Ray gets it at the wing, swings it around to Goodlow, gets it inside to Wilson. Wilson kicks it back out to Goodlow. Ray for three, and that's going to roll on in.
J.D. Ray making it happen.
Somebody's got to stop the ball carrier. Graves goes inside to Kanstanoski. He goes over the top, and Wilson's going to play some great defense and get the rebound as well. Goodlow goes inside, hangs, tip, good by Morgan.
Great job crashing the boards by Tyrell Morgan. Texas State commit.
Redding bringing the ball up. It's
Nate
stolen
Goodlow.
by Goodlow.
Again, Goodlow playing some great defense, not letting that pass get in there and picking up drawing the foul while trying to corral the loose ball. Prevented a easy fast break dunk, you know.
Goodlow just does a good job of like slipping between the cracks of the offense. He finds a way to get on top of screens. He doesn't go around, and then he's able to be long and rangy when it comes to the best part when it's time to elevate.
Yeah, he's a long, wiry defender, active.
Misses that second free throw, rebounded by Kanstanoski. Franklin going the other way with it, and they're going to call a foul on Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson swiping down at the ball, and he'll pick up a foul. That'll be his second, so Coach Jackson will have him come take a seat.
Checking into the game for NOC number 22, Malik Crawford.
It'll be a 1-and-1 for James Franklin Jr. Missed the first one off the front of the rim. J.D. Ray gets the ball back on the right side. Picks up the dribble. Finds Crawford. Crawford back to J.D. Ray. And they'll call a foul on Goodlow. Call it over the back, him trying to punch that ball out of there.
Number 12, Nate Goodlow.
See here on the replay. Little contact there.
Number 2, James Franklin Jr.
And they'll send James Franklin Jr. right back to the line.
Number 5, Mark Berry.
And Mark Berry will check in for Tonkawa. Franklin Jr. hits the first. And he converts on the second as well. Cuts that lead to 5 with just under 8 minutes to go. As J.D. Ray brings it up.
Slides the ball over to McClain. Graves playing some tight defense as Barry gets it on the top. Swings it around to Crawford. Crawford looking for more. Morgan goes baseline, kicks it out to McClain. McClain goes around, hits it to Morgan. Morgan hits the top the key to Ray. Almost gets stepped away, gets the ball up, and Konstantinovsky comes in and gets the rebound.
Yeah.
Franklin threatening to go inside, kicks it back out. Graves thinks about driving baseline, guarded by Crawford. Konstantinovsky with a mismatch with Ray, and they're going to call a travel.
Yeah, great defensive possession there by Tonkawa. I think that was Tyrell Morgan down there holding his own against Konstantinovsky. Morgan gives up about 5 inches. He's able to use his strength to not let him get an easy bucket.
And that's the thing about this Tonkawa team is a lot of guys on this floor can guard probably 2 to 5.
Yeah, I would say that. Guard on the perimeter and guard inside.
As McClain with the jumper and knocks it down. Redding with the ball in the corner. Franklin going baseline. And Crawford jumps with Franklin. And they're going to call him on the foul. Crawford bouncing around in disagreement.
Yep, and that'll send James Franklin Jr. right back to the line, and Crawford will more than likely come out as he picks up his second with 6.5 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and you can see that miss. Grisby's going to come in. J.D.
Ray subs back in as well. They bring in Omichi Williams and Brian Moore Jr. for NEO.
Franklin makes the second, making it a 30-24 lead for Tonkawa. Barry gets it in the wing, slides it to Ray. Ray trying to get it inside to McClain. McClain thinks about it, backs out, gets it to Barry. Barry can't control it. Goodlow saves it though. Ray trying to go inside. He takes a couple of bodies, and they're going to call a foul on Moore.
Yeah, Brian Moore obviously upset.
Foul on number 24, Brian Moore Jr., his third.
And that's going to be his third foul, and that's why he's so upset about the call.
Yep, his third foul in the first half. Really what you want to avoid, because in the second half, you kind of have to play with a little bit of restraint.
Yes, you do. And you also put one of the best free throw shooters for Tonkawa on the line, being J.D. Ray. brings the ball up. Being guarded by J.D. Ray. Redding gets it to Williams. Williams to Kantonoski, but he's stolen by Grisby. Grisby gets it up to Ray. Ray running, gets it almost poked from behind. Goodlow's there on the wing to save it, though. He goes baseline, kicks it to Grisby. Grisby can't control the pass, and it's going to be a turnover and stolen by Kantonoski. Franklin thinks about it inside, decides to kick it back out to Redding. Redding inside the Kantonoski. He gets it off the glass, and that's good.
Yeah, good heady play by Redding. Able to find Konstantinovsky down there under the rim.
And Ray tries to go inside to Barry, but Barry can't handle the lob. But good thing that Grisby's there as he cleans it up and gets the 2 puck.
Yeah, just a little bit too high for Mark Barry on the pass. But like you said, Cyrus Grisby there to clean it up.
Williams in the corner being guarded by McLean. He gets it out to Graves. Graves is at the top of the key to reset things. Graves for 3 and knocks it in.
Jaden Graves with another big-time three-pointer.
And he's on fire right now. Streaky shooter. He's seen it go in one time, and he likes it, and it continues to do so for him. Barry gets it to Grisby. Grisby in the corner. Ray almost loses control, gets it up off the glass, almost gets the roll, but Kantonoski with the rebound. Graves for 3. This time it rolls out. That seemed like a heat check.
Oh, definitely, definitely. He is definitely feeling it. He felt like that one was going in and it just rims out.
Ray and TONK was slowing things down.
J.D. Ray trying to go in over the 6'10" Konstantinovsky. And that'll be a goaltend by McLean.
2-point basket, good, number 11.
They're going to give that 2 points to number 11, Redding.
And that'll shrink the lead for Tonka with a 3. Just under 3.5 minutes, and NEO will take a timeout.
And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll go to break, and we'll be right back here from the Stride Bank Center in Enid, Oklahoma.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to the NCJAA Region 2 semifinals for the men's division as the Tonkawa Mavericks take on the NEO North. J.D. Ray going inside, gets that one. It looked like it was going to be off the foot of one of the NEO players, but they're going to say it's a turnover and going the other way here as NEO has an opportunity to tie this thing up with 3 minutes left before the half. Redding dribbling the ball, going inside, loses it. And that's going to be off of Ray.
Good hands by J.D. Ray. Good job not to foul on the drive.
Redding at the corner, going back inside. Pulls out, thinks about the fadeaway, gets it to Graves. Graves creates separation, 3-point shot. No good, rebound by Morgan. Morgan bringing it up. Gets it to Goodlow. Gets it back to Morgan. Goes inside. Almost draws the foul, but there's no call there, and we're going to go the other way. A lot of empty possessions for this Tonkawa team of late as Reading knocks down the three, and that's going to be a tie ball game.
Yeah, nothing empty about that one. Reading still stroking it out there.
Certainly did. With another 30-second timeout, we're going to stay right here and kind of break this thing down. There's been a lot happening, but of late, it's that three-point shot that's been falling in for NEO that's keeping them in this game.
Yes, Reading and Graves able to knock down a flurry of threes, and that puts us at a tie ball game with just under 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
And you can't forget about the one that Gonzalez knocked down there a couple of minutes beforehand. They got a number of guys that can take it whenever they want it from the outside, and that's one of the things that Tonka was going to have to talk about at halftime.
You know what I'm loving here today?
What is that?
The environment. Loving this environment. We got two fan sections here. Tonkawa, their softball team, and the band here to support the Mavericks, and the Lady Norse of NEO are here to support their team as well as Ray takes the three.
Knocks that down.
Hash.
He's telling us that, hey, they can shoot the three, I can shoot the three as well.
I think that's his third three on the day.
I think it might be two. But we'll count it up at halftime, see who's wrong and who's right.
I bet you $1.
Lunch bet.
Yep. You're buying.
Reading takes the ball inside, tries to get it to number 23 that just entered the game, Collins, who had a great defensive performance on Wednesday to bring this NEO team to the semifinals.
Yeah, and to me it looked like Collins might have tipped that as it went out of bounds, but the rest will keep it here.
Graves thinks about the three. Good job by Ray, not fouling the three-point shooter. They get the ball up the floor. Kicks it out to Goodlow. Goodlow seemed like he got fouled, but no call here, and he's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be 2 on Goodlow, I believe.
Goodlow, his second. To the line, shooting number 11, Tucson Reading.
Reading will shoot those 1-and-1 as he sinks the first.
Checking in to be number 15, Cyrus Frisbee.
What's really been missing for this Tonkawa team is the energy of Latiter. He's been on the bench for quite a while. I think he has 2 fouls. I'm not sure if that's the case. They're missing him a lot.
He'll definitely have to bring that energy. I'm assuming Coach Jackson is going to wait and bring him back into the second half. They'll definitely need that energy from him that he brought on the first day.
As you hear Coach Jackson yelling, be efficient. Like we mentioned earlier, there's been a couple of empty possessions offensively for this Tonkawa team. McClain for 3. That seems to be short. Rebound almost by Grisby, but he can't get it. Graves controls it. He's going to bring the ball up the floor with a chance to go into halftime with the lead. Franklin goes. Collins going to drive inside, and they're going to call a foul on McClain.
You have to move your feet there. You can't reach around and risk being put in the shoulder into the ball handler. That'll be an easy foul for the ref to call every time.
But it kind of seems a little inconsistent of the way the refs are calling this game, because early on they seemed like they were letting them play, but as of late they've been blowing the whistle kind of on fouls they would have let go earlier in the quarter.
I don't disagree.
That's all you got? Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Way to be a great,
I'll add this.
great
The fundamentals, you still have to maintain the fundamentals on defense. Move your feet. Move your feet, less of a chance of you picking up that foul.
as NEO goes up by 1 with 26 seconds left in the half. Tonkawa needing a point here. Inside is McLean. It seemed like he got fouled, but doesn't get the call. Redding taking it inside. 6 seconds left as Barry's going in. Goes in strong. Goes up. McLean gets the bucket, and that's going to be the lead at half.
Man, this is an exciting game. We got a great atmosphere. Both teams are throwing haymakers back and forth. Looks like we're setting up for an entertaining second half.
Yeah, an entertaining second half indeed. So come right back. We'll be right back as well after these quick messages from our broadcasting partners, Bravado Wireless.
When you reach for that deal-sealing handshake, you don't want to pass germs. So keep everyone safe by washing your hands for 20 seconds and still seal the deal. Fist bumps now accepted as deal sealers at your local Bravado Wireless store.
Basically, for us to have an opportunity to win a Region 2 tournament championship, we will need to defend. That's kind of been our trademark this year. We got a lot of defensive versatility. And I got guys that can score when needed. Like, we have 3 double-digit scorers and guys that can step up and make plays when needed. But defensively is our bread and butter. And if we can keep guarding the way we have, I think we'll have a chance. As you always hear the cliche, defense wins championships, and it's definitely led us to the first step of our goal, which was winning conference, and hopefully it'll help us in the next step of our goal of winning the Region 2 tournament. I don't overlook anyone. You know, if you were to ask, like record-wise, we did lose against Enid at Enid in a game that we led until the last 3 minutes. We were up in the second half. I would definitely like to play them again, but I think all the teams, especially the top 6 teams, all have a chance. Everyone can beat everyone in our league, and so it's just going to come down to who's making shots in the tournament. We were ranked high enough to be able to get one of those spots, and so we were supposed to go. And I think the guys, our motto's kind of been unfinished business, is that those returners want to make sure that they get to experience the national tournament. You know, we've put ourselves in a good spot nationally. We're ranked 7th right now, and if we can keep winning, you know, it always can give you an opportunity. If you don't win the region tournament, you might have another avenue to be able to get into it. I mean, definitely the goal, because we're in a situation, if we can win our tournament, who knows, we might be able to get a bye at the national tournament. And so we're trying to have like these small short-term goals, but also our long-term goals to try to keep them motivated on, you know, reaching our end goal, which is to compete at Hutch.
I made the devil run. I gave him poison just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run. I broke so many bones, but none of them were ever my own. They were an army, I was alone. I broke so many bones. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see. So bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. and scaled the walls. They wouldn't share, so I took it all. I watched an empire fall. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Stop me! You better watch out, here I come! I'm bad as bad could be. 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 As bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. Yeah, I'm bad. Take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Oh, I'm bad as bad can be. Oh, so bad. I'm bad as bad can be.
I've been jumping off fences. I'm running out of chances. I need to get right. I need a place to creep around. I need to get right. I need a West Coast sunset paradise. I need to get right.
NCJAA Region 2 Division 1 Basketball Championship Tournament. As you're watching the semifinals right now of the second half action as NEO Norsemen take on the NOC Tonkawa Mavericks. Fascinating first half there. What were your thoughts, J-Dash?
Loved every second of it. Highly competitive, high energy. These guys never let up, and you see Nate Goodlow starting it off the same type of energy, playing those passing lanes. Big shots made. This is like a heavyweight fight. Haymakers being thrown back and forth. Big shots being made. Tough defense being played, and I'm excited for the second half of action.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, a number of players had to take an early exit because of foul trouble. A lot of them back on the floors being starters, so it's going to be interesting to see how that comes into play as a good steal by Lattimer, who had to sit a majority of that first half. As Morgan misses that three-point shot as he dribbles the ball, and Redding dribbles the ball off his foot, so we're going to go the other way. So 2 quick turnovers to start the second half for the Norsemen.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of the guys on Tonkawa's team dealt with foul trouble early in the first half. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with it and, you know, what changes Coach Jackson put in, what adjustments he tried to make to help them trying to avoid picking up those third fouls very early in the second half.
Morgan, fadeaway shot, no good. 2 early misses for him in the second half. Kenton Stanowski goes up, no. Good defense by Crawford. Lattimer.
Vertical.
Lattimer seems to be in a little bit of a pain, I've noticed. Especially as he goes to the ground right there, kind of wincing.
Come up gingerly. He draws the foul on Ken Stantanovsky.
I don't know. I thought Lattimer was one of those players that got in some foul trouble, but it might have been a situation where he might have been battling through something as he's wincing right now at the free throw line.
He sinks both and puts that lead up to 3 for the Mavericks.
Redding bringing the ball up, guarded by Morgan. Ken Stantanovsky, guarded by Crawford. Goodlow again. Gets his hands in the passing lane and taps that one away. Lattimer is going to be the one to come up with it. JD Ray, gets it, and Lattimer with 3.
And again, that was all started by Nate Goodlow being the player that he is and being a glue guy, just getting in the passing lane, playing defense, playing hard, playing smart, forcing those turnovers, leading to easy baskets for his team.
Ken Stantanovsky for 3. That one rolls out. Rebounded by Ray. And Ray's pass a little too strong as Crawford can't handle it. And it's going to come the other way.
He had his head up. Saw Crawford down the court. Just put a little too much mustard on that pass.
A little too much mustard on that hot dog, eh?
Yeah. You like mustard?
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, me neither. I prefer ketchup.
Same here. Morgan, I'm sure he doesn't mind a little ketchup either. He grabs that rebound, goes coast to coast, and hits him with the fillet off the backboard.
Euro stepping around Konstantinovsky, finishing with that left hand. That was nice.
Redding for 3, misses off the back iron as he was wide open. Goodlow comes the other way with it, gets the ball to Morgan. Morgan gets underneath, passes the ball to Lattimer. Lattimer gets it inside to Crawford, gets it back out to Lattimer. Goodlow with it on the wing, spins around, gets inside the lane, kicks it back out to Lattimer. Lattimer thinks about it. Ooh, and the jumper is good.
Good mid-range jumper. He was so in control on that with the defender all over him and able to get off a good look. That'll be a timeout, NEO, full timeout.
And that's going to be a 10-point lead for Tonkawa. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout, come back, bring you the rest of this second half action.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to Stride Bank Center as NEO takes on NOC Tonkawa as Kantonoski goes in for the spin move. Rebound by McLean. He gets that. Pass to Goodlow. Goodlow back to JD Ray. Ray with the floater. No good. Rebound by Redding. Redding got his head up. Looking. Doesn't see anything. Almost a trap. Gets the ball to Graves. Graves gets it to Kamara in the corner. Kantonoski gets it. Gets it poked away by Crawford, but Graves is there to pick it up. Kantonoski with the spin. Goes off the glass. No, good defense, and they're going to call a foul on Crawford.
Yeah, and a good job by Morgan there to stay vertical while contesting that shot. But Crawford has to be a little bit more disciplined on defense and not swipe down at the ball. And that's a trigger for the ref to call a reach-in foul. Even if you swipe all ball, that's still that swipe down motion is going to force him to blow that whistle.
Yeah, Kamara misses that three as he goes down trying to draw the foul, but the refs, no whistle. Goodlow to Ray. Ray to McLean. McLean back to Goodlow. Inside to Morgan. Morgan kicks it back out to McLean. Gets it inside. Morgan for the jumper now. That's no good. Morgan tries to tip it away, but Redding's going to gather the rebound. And that's a foul, and they're going to call it on
Crawford.
And that's going to be 4, and you can tell that's disappointing because they were trying to get him out of the game, but he collects a quick 4th foul before they can. And that might pay big dividends there for NEO in the later minutes of this game. And that's going to be a foul right there on McLean.
Good job by Redding drawing that foul. Added a little acting in there. He drew the foul, and he'll take his 2 shots at the line.
No, you don't say. A little acting. We don't see that in basketball.
Maybe not Oscar worthy, but worth a nominee.
Yeah,
worth a consideration. Oscar consideration.
Redding with the second free throw. That one hits the back iron. It's rebound by McLean. And Ray will bring it the other way. McLean on the wing, guarded by Graves. Gets it inside to Morgan. Morgan a little trouble handling. Ladder for 3. That one rolls out. Had a good look at it as Graves pushes the ball up the floor. Looks to go inside. Nothing there. Gets it to Kantonoski. Gives it back, and that's going to be a foul on McLean. And that might be his 3rd. That was a good play by Kantonoski and Graves, though.
Yeah, you're right. That is McLean's 3rd foul. And right now, Tonkawa, you just got to be more disciplined on defense to not foul. I know you want to make the big plays, but you can't afford to pick up these fouls. The foul count is 4-1 right now.
They're starting to stack up.
And aside from that, you're putting your starters on the bench, and they already have a a good solid rotation that Coach Jackson keeps, but he's not going to be able to go as deep into his bench if everybody has 3 and 4 fouls.
Yeah, and if that's the norm for this team, everybody's not going to be used to be playing that many minutes. As Lattimore shoots the 3, a little short, but Morgan gets inside, tries to go up, but he draws the foul on Kansanovsky.
Yeah, got him with the body. His arms were straight up, but he leaned into him a little bit as he tried to go up for the putback.
Morgan, the Texas State commit, makes the first.
Yeah, always good for the JUCO guys to be able to get a chance at the next level.
Yeah, and that's what's disappointing this year with everything going on with the pandemic and the NCAA allowing the players to stay and you can transfer without missing a year. A lot of shifts are moving, and the JUCO level athletes aren't getting the usual shot that they would at the next level.
Right, and we've seen a ton of talent here at the Region 2 tournament, and we're sure that there's talent everywhere in all the different regions, and I know it's a little difficult for them this year to be able to be seen as, travel restrictions are high, and it's just a little different than this year. So, but what I think is that, the NCAA isn't the only thing that's allowing an extra year. I believe the NJCAA is allowing an extra year as well.
Okay. Well, that's good, because the fact of the matter is some of these kids are, like, for example, Tyrell Morgan. He was getting looked at last year as a freshman by a number of D1 schools because he put up great numbers and he was a spectacular athlete on the floor. And you can see he has a great shot and a great feel for the game. A number of schools were looking at him, and for Texas State, and this is no knock on Texas State, but we're talking about Power 5 schools wanting his services at their university. And now Texas State is the school where he's landing as he knocks down that three-point bucket right there.
I think the more you talk about him, the more he'll be able to produce on the floor. Coming up with a big-time three-point shot right there.
Graves going against Ray. Moore, mid-range jumper, good.
But back to your point, hopefully, if these young men and women are afforded an extra year, which some of them may take advantage of, hopefully things will return to some form of normalcy next season, and they can end up on the level that their desired level and their right level for them.
Goodlow gets it back at the top of the key, gets it to Ray. Ray gets it inside to Morgan. Lattimore for 3, and no call on that as Kamara saves it from going out of bounds. Redding with it on the wing, guarded by Morgan.
Great
Barry
job.
picks him up off the switch. Lattimore blocked by Barry, and the rebound's going to be on by Barry, but he's going to knock it off Kamara's feet, and we're going to go the other way.
Great heads-up play by Mark Barry, able to slide over and get his hand on the ball, and then sees himself falling out of bounds and throws it off Kamara, and able to keep that possession for Tonkawa.
Ray working to the wing. Ray going inside, gets stuck with the ball in his hand, and that kind of was a bailout as Collins comes down on him. It's going to be the one that gets that out of bounds.
Yeah, he got lucky right there, and he got caught in the air, didn't know what he wanted to do with it, as Tyrell Morgan gets another inside basket.
Graves being guarded. Morgan get it on Redding. Redding gets him in the air. Collins gets it off the glass, but that's going to be a foul from behind on number 5, Mark Barry. That's the second for Mark Barry.
To the line shooting 2, number 23, Tyron Powell.
Collins knocks down that first free throw.
Make a quick substitution to get Justin Wilson in the game for Barry. And James Franklin Jr. will come in for Brian Moore Jr. And Konstantinovsky is still at the table. Gonna assume that he's waiting on Tyron Collins. And he is.
Collins makes that second free throw.
Tyron Collins out of Muldrow. Comes from a basketball family.
Latimer gets it back to Ray, top of the key. Latimer back to Ray. That ball's going to stay right here as Kamara knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Tonka has 5 seconds to work with on the shot clock to try and get a good look at the basket.
Latimer for 3. Off the rim. No good. Franklin gets it up to Graves. Graves gets it in the corner to Redding. Konstantinovsky down low in the post. Redding open for 3. That's no good. Kamara comes over and slams it home.
Great show of athleticism by Khalil Kamara. One thing I want to note is Redding's ability to get free off the ball. He put a little jab step in there and got the defender thinking he was cutting back door.
And that's going to be a travel.
Yep, travel by Morgan, but back to Redding. It's just his ability to get free, moving without the ball. That's a key thing every good shooter needs to be able to do. Sort of like Reggie Miller back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, he put on a clinic back in those days. Ball moving well for NEO. Kicks it out to Redding. Redding, nice pump fake, gets it to Graves. Graves for 3, and it's off. And he seemed to cool down a little bit. And Wilson tries to get it inside to Latimer, and the pass is no. And that's going to be a foul, and I wonder who they called on. Looks like they're going to call
Ray.
on Ray as he tried to undercut Redding.
I think he was trying to get out of the way and ended up running right into Redding. So trying to avoid picking up the foul and picked it up anyway. He'll go and take a seat as Goodlow and Crawford check back in for Tonkola. And Brian Moore Jr. comes in for NEO.
Crawford comes back into the game with 4 fouls.
And so he has to play smart defense, move his feet, don't reach.
With a 6-point lead. And Konstantinovsky down low. It's going to be interesting to see how they, as he gets that off the glass to go.
Yep, Crawford down there behind the zone in the short corner. There's some chatter there between Goodlow and Redding.
And then they tee him up.
I think that might have been a double technical on Goodlow and Redding. We'll see if it was a double tech. I believe it is. And that will give Goodlow, I believe that will give Goodlow his 5th foul with the technical right there.
Waiting to see for them to explain this.
I think Goodlow had 3 fouls. He picked up the foul on Redding during the play, and that was his 4th. He picks up a double tech, which is also a personal foul, and that's his 5th, and he'll have to sit with 10 minutes to go in the rest of this half.
And so it wasn't a double tech, it was just a tech on Goodlow. So it was a double?
Yeah, it was a double. There were no technical free throws, so they just called the shooting free throw.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. So no shooting free throw, so it cancels out. So that means it was a double tech.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see how many fouls Redding has now as he gets that steal. Franklin pushing the ball up the floor. Lead to 6 for Tonkawa. Morgan has it at the top of the key going against McLean. He goes inside, gets it off the glass, and gets it to go. Ladder to Ray. Ray back to Ladder. Gets to McLean. Swings it across to Ladder. Ray thinks about the three, gets it inside to Morgan. Morgan kicks it back out to Ray. Shot short, rebound by Moore. Three by Kamara. And that's good.
That cuts the Tonkawa lead to just 1. As NEO is picking up some momentum here.
The lead was once 10 points. That shot no good. And Franklin pushes the ball up the floor. Redding at the three-point line. First Ray. Goes on the rebound is Crawford, and we're going the other way with it.
Good job by Morgan to stay vertical and avoid picking up that foul.
McLean gets it across to Ray, gets it inside. Morgan spins, gets it to Ladder for 3. That's off. Morgan kicks it back out to McLean. McLean for 3. That one's good.
J.D. Ray passing up a good shot for a great shot. And McLean able to knock it down and push that lead right back up to 4.
And with that being said, we're going to take a timeout. And that timeout, we're going to go ahead and take one ourselves. We'll be right back to give you the rest of this 7 minute and 55 seconds in the second half. When we come back with a quick message from Bravado Wireless.
I'm convinced that I was
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
Just for fun, I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run.
Welcome back to Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma, as the NOC Tonkawa Mavericks taking on the NEO Norsemen. Tonkawa up by 4 right now, and the game's getting pretty interesting as Graves goes inside, picks up the foul, and that's going to be, it looks like, I think it's the 3rd on Barry. And he doesn't like the call at all. He doesn't feel like he touched anybody. It's going to be interesting to see on the replay if that was actually a foul or.
I think they called it on him when he was on the way down. He kind of tried to give a quick swipe at the ball. And again, you got to be a little bit more disciplined not to swipe at it. Anytime you swipe down, check it here. Yeah, and I don't think he even made any contact, but sometimes just the motion alone will trigger the ref to blow his whistle.
Graves makes 1 of 2. Ray back with it at the top of the key. McLean passes it back to Ray. Morgan hands it off to Ray. Morgan goes inside, kicks it back out to Latimer. Latimer for the jumper, no. And he's going to play full court defense.
Lederer getting a good look there, just unable to convert. I mean, his last few looks have been really good. Just hasn't gotten him to fall here in the second half.
Good move by Collins, can't connect though. And they're going to call a foul on.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back foul by Camara. Came in just a little out of control. And that'll be his 4th foul with just under 7 minutes. You see the replay there.
Yeah, and he was the one that had to sit. That was the first one that had to sit in the first half, picking up quick 2 fouls within, I want to say, 3 minutes of the game. Latimer gets the ball. Kicks it inside, kicks it back to Ray. Morgan, trouble controlling it, gets it back to Ray. He shoots for 3. That's in.
And a great job by Tonka moving the ball, getting the zone to move around, and then finding that man in the middle to draw in the defense and kick it out once again. And J.D. Ray sinking another 3.
Franklin tries for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Latimer. He hobbles down the floor. Ray bringing it up with the controlled pace. Gets it to McLean. McLean for 3. That's short. Rebound by Graves. He's running. Gets it to Moore. Moore looking to attack. Euro. Good.
Steps right around J.D. Ray, who thought about taking a charge for a second and just said, you know what, I'm not going to pick up the foul. I'm going to slide out of the way.
And that brings it to a 2-point game once again.
Looks like we're setting up for a good ending here at the Stride Bank Center.
And Latimer tries to get that pass inside to no avail. Moore going to take that shot. And they're going to call over the back. And we're going the other way.
Yep. Over the back call on Collins.
Foul on number 23, Tyron Collins.
Yeah, but you can see it right there. He just climbs right over Cyrus Grisby. Picks up that foul. Love the effort. Just can't have that contact right there. As J.D. Ray will bring the ball up just past the 5.5-minute mark. Swings to the left side. Gets it right back. Waves off McLean. Up top to Morgan. They get it back over to Ray. Penetrates a little bit. Kicks it back to Morgan. Morgan for 3. Doesn't get it. Brian Moore brings to the top of the key. He drives on Ray. Morgan with the big-time block. Sends that out of bounds. Says, get that weak stuff out of here. Texas State commit sending that one right back to him.
Moore coming in there a little out of control, falling when he's putting the shot up. And Moore rejecting it.
With authority.
Latimer being guarded by Moore. Moore swings it baseline to Williams. Williams loses control, and Ray off to the races. On Graves, goes up, gets
and
a foul,
one!
and one!
J.D. Ray bringing that toughness all the way from Midwest City.
Take a look at the replay. He fades away and gets the shot.
Yes, sir. J.D. Ray being the catalyst for Tonka in this game. Hitting several threes, finding his teammates, playing some tough defense as he picks up full court. Redding bringing it over on the right side, guarded by Morgan. Find Redding back up top. He lets it go. It's short. Morgan on the rebound. J.D. Ray pushed the ball up court.
Guarded by Redding. He takes the screen, kicks it out to Latimer. Latimer going inside, going up against Konstanowski, and gets the roll.
Strong finish over the 6'10 Ukrainian.
Ooh. And Moore going in tough. And they're going to call a foul or a blocking foul
Okay, so
on number 1, Moore.
So they got
Morgan.
a blocking foul on Morgan as well as a goaltend, I believe. So they're going to count the basket and give Moore 1 shot at the line.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't sure on the goaltend, but
we'd love to see a replay of that.
2-point basket number 24, Brian Moore Jr.
So they're going to count the basket, and Brian Moore Jr. will be short on the attempt to be a 3-point play.
So J.D. Ray will bring the ball up, and it gets stolen by Graves. Graves goes in for the pass, kicks it back out to Graves. Redding does. 3, short, out of bounds on Redding, so we're going the other way. And luckily enough for J.D. Ray, that turnover doesn't cost the team anything.
Yeah, rare mistake by Ray, and he knows it. He's patting himself on the chest saying, my bad, fellas, I got you next time.
Ladder for 3. That one rolls out.
Now you can tell that Lederer is usually a good shooter because his teammates keep giving him the ball in a position to score.
Yes, they do. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell that he usually converts on these shots that he's getting because his teammates are still giving him the ball saying, hey, we trust you enough to get these shots off, so we're going to keep giving you the ball. You know, you miss 11 shots, shot 12 is going in. That's a mindset you got to have, and obviously that's the mindset that Lederer has, and his teammates have that faith in him that he's going to get one of these shots to go.
Kamara checks back into the game with 4 fouls as Konstantinovsky knocks down that second free throw.
It's like a 1-2-2 full court press. Might have gotten away with a travel, but McLean turns it over.
And that's blocked, but they're going to call a foul on McLean.
Nothing easy at the rim, says McLean, and that'll send Brian Moore Jr. back. Oh,
that looked like a clean block to me.
That's all I got on that.
Ball doesn't lie, as they say on the hardwood.
Yeah, and that'll be a good foul by McLean. Could have allowed the easy 2 points, but instead, Moore misses the first.
And is there 3 shots here? Was there a lane violation?
I guess there might have been a lane violation.
Interesting.
And NEO will take a timeout.
And with that being said, we're going to have to go ahead and take a full timeout as well because we got a couple of things to talk about. We'll be right back right here on BravadoWireless.com.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center here in Enid, Oklahoma, as the NOC Tonkawa Mavericks take on the NEO, Norsemen. Tonkawa leads the way 68-65 with under 3 minutes left in the game. Moore gets it at the top of the key. Morgan gets it to Ladder. 2 on the shot clock. Ray for 3.
Ray. Another big-time shot by Ray.
As Moore goes into the lane and gets a quick 2 for NEO.
Yep, Brian Moore Jr. wasting no time getting 2 of those points right back. We got a 4-point game.
A bullet to McLean. Morgan gets inside and gets the finger roll.
And with an acrobatic finish by the Texas State commit as Tonkawa takes a timeout.
With the 6-point lead, and that's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to go ahead and take another timeout really quickly, and we'll come back and bring you rest of the action here on bravadowireless.com.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer 1 line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Wake up, step into the world outside. The future never looks so bright. Can't you hear it calling us?
Welcome back to the NCJAA Region 2 Division 1 semifinals as NEO pushes the ball up the floor and gets it to Moore. Moore pushes to Graves. Graves to Kamara. Kamara for 3. Kamara misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Morgan. Ray brings the ball up the floor. Controlled tempo. He gets it to McLean. McLean gets it, swings around, gets inside to Crawford. Crawford to Ray. Ray at the side, guarded by Redding. Redding gets the screen. Morgan gets inside, kicks it back out to McLean. McLean, mid-range jumper, over, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as it doesn't hit the rim. And McLean is going to go take a seat as Barry comes and checks in for him.
Minute and a half left, 6-point game. Tonkawa trying to hold on. NEO fighting for their season.
Moore thinks about it, pulls it. Konstantinovsky gets inside, guarded by Crawford with 4 fouls. Redding goes in. Nice, strong positioning. Barry's going to draw the foul as Kamara goes to the ground. Crawford doing a good job playing defense with 4 fouls.
Great job staying vertical on that. Able to absorb that contact and still have the strength to keep his hands vertical, making that a difficult shot.
There, misses the first. Mara misses the second. Rebounded by McLean. What's that you say, Johnny Dash? Free throws do what?
Win ball games.
Ray gets past half court. Guarded aggressively by Redding. Rebound by the head coach Jackson, and he's going to call a timeout. Didn't like what he saw from his offense out of that defensive set it. So we're going to go ahead and take a full timeout right here. When we come back, we'll give you the rest of this game with less than 60 seconds left in it. Welcome back to the Stride Bank Center as NEO has a player run off the court. That looks like Kamara. Morgan dishes inside, and looks like a foul's going to be picked up. And it looks like a little hack-a-shack action here down low as they foul Crawford. He's going to go to the line.
Correction, fouls on number 12, Nikita Konstantinovsky. His fourth, team 7. To the line shooting 1 and 1, Malik Crawford.
And with that effort right there, Morgan gets the tip, and it's going to go off of Konstantinovsky, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Tyrell Morgan, that effort and energy, getting his team another possession with 47 seconds left.
As Morgan gets the ball, gets it to Ray in the corner. 40 seconds left in the game. Morgan gets it at the top of the key, gets it, goes inside, off the glass, and they're going to say that the ball is going to go with NEO. As they're playing offense for defense here, it looks like with McLean and Barry. Ray's going to go inside, almost gets the steal as Latimer. Franklin comes around and gets it off the glass and gets it to go. And with that being said, it's going to be a 4-point lead, although they haven't changed the scoreboard yet. But with that timeout, it's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to go ahead and take a timeout as well with 24 seconds left in this game. We'll be right back over here on Bravado Wireless.
Called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back. 24 seconds left in the game. Tonkawa inbounds it, and NEO committing a quick foul on J.D. Ray. Send him to the line. Biggest thing for Tonkawa right now is to make their free throws. Don't want to leave any points off the board and give NEO a chance to come down and make a quick three. They close this gap even tighter.
So Ray shoots the 1-and-1. He misses the first. Rebound by Morgan, though. And they're going to call a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to be right here with Tonkawa.
Tyrell Morgan, again, working those offensive rebounds. They really got to give some credit to Malik Crawford as well. He's the first person from Tonkawa to try and get a hand on the ball.
I was surprised to see Ray miss that free throw right there.
Yeah, very surprised, very surprised.
Now Morgan's going to go to the line and see if he can knock some down.
And that's Brian Moore's fourth foul.
And number 20, Taylor Gonzalez.
Morgan knocks down the first, making it a 5-point lead. Morgan knocks down the second, making it 6. Redding is going to push the ball up the floor. Pulls up. Long three. That's good. Reminiscence of his game on Wednesday where he was able to knock down some big-time three-point shots. With 10 seconds left, that's going to be a 3-point lead for Tonkawa. What is your thoughts right here as offensively, what does Tonkawa need to do to execute?
Tonkawa has to make free throws. You know they're going to foul. If I'm Coach Jackson, I'm making sure that, 1, my best free throw shooters are in the game, and 2, my best free throw shooter gets the ball on the inbound. Because if you're NEO, you want to foul right away. You want as little time to go off the clock as possible. So you want your best free throw shooter at the line, and you have to make your free throws. Worst comes to worst, miss your free throw, and give NEO a chance to run down and hit a 3 and tie this game up. So look for them to try and inbound it to J.D. Ray. And they will foul with only 2 seconds coming off. We're at 8.3. And they'll put Tonkawa in the double bonus, so he'll get 2 free throws right here. Dion, you know what else has to happen?
What is that? As Ray knocks down the first.
If he misses, NEO has to rebound. It's been 2 straight free throw possessions where NEO allows Tonkawa to get the offensive rebound.
And he makes both of them.
And J.D. Ray says, don't even worry about it. I got that.
Redding pulls up for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Crawford. Gets it poked from behind by Konstantinoski. And they're going to inbound it with 0.4 of a second on the clock. And with that being said, the NOC Tonkawa Mavericks will make it to the finals as they defeat the NEO Norsemen 77-72.
And Tonkawa definitely wanted to win this one. Last year, they lost this semifinal game and were not able to capitalize on being the top team in the region. This time, they'll be able to compete for a Region 2 championship tomorrow.
And they will play the winner of the Murray State versus NOC Enid, and that game will come up right after this one. So stay tuned, and we'll have more basketball action for you here at the Stride Bank Center in Enid, Oklahoma. Bravado Wireless is proud to bring you these games, and we'll be right back after these quick messages from our guys at Bravado Wireless.
Whether your roads are dirt, paved, or if you're blazing new trails, the roads we travel lead to all of our most cherished places and people. Bravado Wireless strives to keep you connected wherever the roads may take you. We are the leader in wireless mobility and connection in Oklahoma and across the nation. We carry some of the market's top cell phone brands, fast, reliable home internet, and even greater customer service. Locally owned and operated right here in eastern Oklahoma. So whatever roads you travel, Bravado Wireless has them covered. From beginning to end. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.